I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is In a Nutshell Podcast. Welcome to episode 11 of In a Nutshell Podcast.
Where we break down all movies, shows, and all the news that come with them. How are we feeling today?
School's almost over.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. This semester has been terrible.
I don't think it's been terrible. It's just been a little busy.
A lot of work.
It is a lot
of homework terrible.
Pre-production and screenwriting have been kicking my
Woo!
butt. And on top of that, visual effects. And yeah, school ends this week. But speaking of the school ending this week, one movie I was very surprised about. Zootopia 2. I got to go see it last week.
I'm seeing it next week, actually.
Very good, but kind of dirty.
Really?
In a sense of yes. Shout out to Ben at Podcast Junkies here in Podcast Junkie Studios.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Woo! Didn't you have a fun fact for us today about Zootopia?
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking about Zootopia, I saw a video clip of Jason Bateman. He was talking to this cute little girl, and she was like, he goes, "How are you liking Zootropolis?" And I was like, is that a different movie?
Zootropolis?
I was like, what's that? And I had to look into it. But apparently in England they call it Zootropolis instead of Zootopia. And I don't know if it's Zoo. Hey,
what is there going to be?
Accent.
That's quite rubbish.
What is Crypto actually going to make an appearance in Zootopia? Super Dog's going to pull up.
I know, that's what I thought. I was like, is this going to be a mashup? Is there a Zootopia and Zootropolis
Yeah, right.
mashup? Two different cities.
Metropolis over here.
Yeah.
The Daily Acorn instead of the Daily Planet, bro. Insanity. But I'm going to start off the show with this. We're going to get through some of these topics pretty quickly. And I think Ryan really needs to talk about something real quick.
Yes. Stranger Things.
He sounded so somber when he said that.
Wow! Wow! Okay.
He sounded so depressed.
So, okay. Yeah, the reason why I am depressed is because the first four episodes in Volume 1 kicked ass, and now I have to wait until December 25th for the next 3 episodes. That's so stupid. Why do I have to wait an extra? I finished it 2 days ago. It moved. It moved. Oh God, guys, it moved.
Spielberg moved.
But Spielberg.
I don't know what's name.
Wally. Actually,
Okay.
His name is Wally, guys. He's a gray elf.
Okay.
But anyways, I finished watching it 2 days ago, so now I gotta wait an extra 27 more days at the time we're filming this episode to watch the new Stranger Things episode. And it sucks because the last episode ended off on the biggest cliffhanger, like a holy what moment.
Really?
Yes. And
Are you going to give any spoilers on this one real quick or no? Or is it going to be a spoiler-free talk for this one?
I think I'm gonna let y'all experience it for yourself because I feel if I spoil what happens, it's going to ruin the moment.
So, for the show, right? Because, mind you guys, I know this is a surprise. I'm actually watching the show. I'm on episode 6 of season 1.
Finally. I've had over a year's worth of back and forth to finally get you watching the show.
It's a little slow, but it is very intriguing, which I'm
past
guessing.
Season 1.
Yeah,
I promise you.
he's been saying that. Yeah, I got to get past season 1.
Just get past it.
And I hope you're right. But so far, it's pretty interesting. So far, my favorite character is Hopper.
Mm-hmm, mine too.
So far, that's my favorite character. He's been kicking ass in the show. But let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Are you happy or disappointed with this season? And if you are disappointed, what's certain things that you are disappointed about? You don't have to get into spoilers, but...
So far, I like season 4 better still.
Really?
This is not spoiling because if you watch the trailer, you obviously know that Vecna is also a part of this one as well. I like the storyline with Vecna in season 4 than what it is now because in season 4, the motives was basically Vecna killing everyone to open a gate, and then when he opens enough gates, he can open the super gate to basically have the Upside Down take over the normal world.
Uh-huh.
Well, now in this season, the objective... and then that season was like, stop Vecna from opening all the gates, but no, and everyone's dying. Well, this one was just like, we have to kill Vecna.
And that's it?
and that's it. We have to close the gate.
So you're saying that it became from becoming an external problem to more of an internal problem of them going, we need to kill Vecna instead of stopping Vecna from destroying the world.
Yeah. So each season they have their own antagonist. Each season they have their own quest. It's a different quest each one, but I feel like this season is like a repeat of season 4.
Really?
Just enhanced.
Just more fighting.
Yeah, and less Vecna doing all the dirty work of killing people.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Has any important characters died yet?
No, actually.
That's interesting.
No, and then I have some theories, but
Because from what I've been seeing, especially from season 1, that they like to, just by the trend of just season 1, that they want to do stuff they want to really switch up the narrative between 4th and 5th episode. So I'm guessing between 4th and 5th episode is usually when shit starts to.
yeah, like the 4th episode, they cut it right there. After that, we have to wait until December 25th for it to come out for volume 2. After the 4th episode, that plot twist at the very end, they're like, yep, now you gotta wait.
Okay, so real quick, just to end this topic real quick.
Yeah.
So on my reviews on my TikTok channel, Filmmaker Daniel on TikTok, I do usually an audience review, like an audience rating, and then my rating, which is my technical film rating. So for an audience, if you're an audience just watching purely to watch,
Okay.
what would be your rating for the first
Like
first
out
4
of 10,
episodes?
out of 5, like what?
I do out of 10.
Out of 10? Okay. For an audience point of view, so far, I'm giving it an 8.5.
Ah, okay.
For a filmmaker's perspective, probably a 6.5, 7.
Oh, okay. That's not that great. Not that it's not that great.
It's not
kinda
that,
mediocre.
well, as of right now, it is, just because there's not much happening. I feel like it's just repeating the season 4. When there's more story happening, of course, that's definitely going to go up when the more volumes come out and more story gets enhanced. But as of right now, I say around 7.
Okay. Well, that makes sense for probably around what the beginning
Just
of the show would be.
just starting off. So,
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows out right now. I'm excited for this month because I think Fallout's coming out this month.
Oh,
right?
I can't wait for
that's
that
going to
show.
be really good.
That's gonna be
There's
an
a lot
awesome
of
show.
there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be coming out in the next, or that's already playing, but that's going to be coming out in the next month. But let me ask you this question:
Yep.
Can shows or are shows better than a movie?
I feel that they can be, just because we had this discussion on the way up here as well. Just I didn't even look at the sheet. We were just talking to talk. So right now we're gonna get into this soon about It Welcome to Derry, but of how I took a step back and then I'm like, wait a minute, there's 6 episodes in It Welcome to Derry. Each of them are an hour long.
Yeah.
That's already, and they're not even done making it yet for season 1 itself. That's already 6 hours, while movies only condense to maximum 3 hours.
No, literally. But you know what's funny is if they tried, because Sopranos is my favorite show of all time. Sopranos is there's 7 seasons with 12 episodes, each an hour long. Crazy show, right? That show could not be a movie. It couldn't. And they tried making it a movie where it was a prequel of how Soprano was a kid, and the movie sucked.
Well, aren't there so many episodes in
Yeah,
Sopranos?
there is, but there's a story like that you can't make into a movie.
No,
there's so much lore. Like Harry Potter. Honestly, I mean, the movies are great, but I think if there was a show before the movies, it would have been probably a million times more well-renowned and well-liked than if it was a movie.
Well, because then they could get really in depth with the book and the show, basically going against. I wonder how accurate the It Welcome to Derry is compared to the actual It book.
I don't know. All I know is that book's 1,500 pages.
I know,
or 1,200 pages. Or something.
I would love to read it, but I gotta commit a whole 3 months for that.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's why I bring this up because we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. You are on episode
3.
3.
I know.
Okay.
I'm a little behind, guys. My Stranger Things came out. I got a little too trigger happy, but
yes.
now I'm back on the grind. I started watching episode 3 today.
Yes. So I saw episode 6 on Sunday.
Wow, I'm very behind. Holy.
And I just want to talk about this one scene. There is a lot of talk. Well, first I'm going to talk about this real quick. The show needs to be careful, and I don't know if any of you guys can agree with me, but the show needs to be careful that it doesn't lose what the story is mainly about, right?
Pennywise.
It was about the creature, right? But also there's this side thing going on with, the father of Ronnie, being mistreated and being, falsely accused of a murder.
Yeah.
But I hope they don't start making that the center point of the next couple episodes. And they just maybe make that a reason why Pennywise is doing what he's doing or something like that. Because if they start making that the center point, they're going to lose the traction of what the title is. Literally, It.
Yeah, it's about it, not Ronnie's father.
No, yeah, exactly. But even though it's a good little plot point, but you can't do what Peacemaker did, was make something the main plot point and then completely flip it back around and be like, oh, remember this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's going to be not a very good show. But there was a sequence in episode 6, which was when you get to episode 6, it's going to be really good. You guys, Ben, you've seen Schindler's List, right?
Yes.
Crazy movie.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, crazy movie. But the main thing that it's famous for is that it's black and white, but one of the girls is wearing a red
Yeah, the red, yeah.
red jacket, right?
Yep.
In episode 6 of It, there's a sequence where It is going to attack this little girl and this lady. It's in black and white, but its eyes aren't in black and white. It's yellow, and his balloon is red, and the blood is red, but everything else is black and white.
Oh, that's weird.
Super creepy. And Bill Skarsgård does an amazing job, obviously, usually with Pennywise.
He's an amazing Pennywise. Wait, so like, so you just answered my question with Bill Skarsgård. I was saying that like that's the actual clown now. It's not some flying demon baby.
No, yeah, now he's walking around as the clown.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he can take any form he wants, whatever scares you.
Yeah, but like at this time, he's now a clown. He's not like a demon fish now. Like,
Yeah, well, you'll realize that in the show, he's been at dairy for many years before this. But he just takes, I think, whatever form scares people the most. But I think for some reason, I think the creature likes the Pennywise character the best. I guess that's because he lures children in more being a clown, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. But that sequence was really, really cool. If you guys watch that, very interesting. We filmed a film one time in black and white. And I can tell you guys, this is the biggest pain in the ass to film something in black and white.
What we should have done is filming it in color and then making it black and white in post. No, we decided to make the camera black and white and then film it like that. No, it was terrible.
Because when you do black and white, you got to be very careful with brights and shadows. Like, they just decide to pop out the most.
Because when something's white, you can't fix it. And when you see a shadow, you can't fix it.
Yeah, literally. And then when you shoot in black and white, you got to be careful where you put it's just really weird. But yes, that sequence, and it was very, very, very interesting. But this tosses into our next thing, kind of. Not really, but. Well, Pennywise is very hungry in the show.
Guess what? Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
What's your favorite food?
I could really go for Italian and Mexican food. For sure.
Oof.
Yeah, for sure. Italian and Mexican food are where it's at almost.
Oh, absolutely.
What about you?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think I like Mexican a little bit better than Italian.
Really?
I'm a big Mexican guy.
I do like Mexican. What about you, Ben?
Ooh, I'm probably gonna be a less of a choice, but I like Indian and Vietnamese food.
Oh, Indian food is amazing.
I've never had Indian food or Vietnamese food.
The butter chicken.
I know we were gonna go one time, and you're like, I'm like, all right, I don't want you to not like it. So it's good.
But yes, being hungry. I don't know if this tosses into.
Oh no, this tosses amazing into our next topic. You know what? I came prepared for this moment as well. I got a plate and some utensils right here. Plate utensils. And then we even got snowmen, salt and pepper shakes for the new Hunger Games movie coming out. Trailer's out. Or no, sorry, the teaser's out.
Oh, it's a teaser.
The teaser. It's like a 2.5
Wait, hold up,
teaser.
hold up. How many books are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And how many movies have they made? Of the actual Hunger Games books,
4.
Not the recent one.
4.
Oh, so there's one more movie to make.
This book just came out, and now they're making a movie off of it. But the movie looks amazing.
Really?
Yes.
So, with the Hunger Games, what do you think? What is it about then? Have you read the book?
Yeah, I read all the Hunger Games book. I love them all equally as much. All of you Hunger Games lovers, if you guys don't already know, you guys don't already seen the movies, the books, whatever, there's someone in the book named Haymitch. He's a mentor for the tributes that get put into the games, basically to go fight each other. But the way to become a mentor is that you have to win a game. And previously, every 25 years, there's something called the Quarter Quell, where it's some crazy ass game. Like, I know one Quarter Quell, the districts, they had to vote and choose people who is going to get selected in there and whatnot. Well, Haymitch's, that's what the story is. The Haymitch's Quarter Quell it's double the amount of tributes. So instead of 24 people fighting, it's 48 people fighting to death in an arena. It's basically just his games.
Okay, so that's what the 5th movie is going to be about.
Yeah,
just that.
It's like Haymitch's spinoff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I know I only saw one Hunger Games movie. I haven't seen the others, which
I think you would really like them.
Maybe. I don't know. I just never had the drive to go watch them, but I'm gonna have to watch them at some point. But I did see the recent one a couple years ago.
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes?
Yeah.
That's a bit of an iffy one to start off with.
It was an all right movie. I mean, Rachel Zegler did way better in that movie than she did in Snow White.
Amazing in that movie.
She did way better in that movie than she did in Snow White. But let me ask you this question because you know more about it than me.
Yeah.
Will this installment be a good thing or a bad thing for the franchise?
A very good thing.
You don't think they should have just stopped from the last movies? It did really well.
I trust Lionsgate with making the movies because Lionsgate has made all the movies so far with Hunger Games.
Interesting.
And in each of them has topped the previous one, has been more successful than the previous one. And for now, what they're even showing us too, they're really making the story come to life. And I feel like this story, alongside the very first 3 Hunger Games as well, are the very first 3 Hunger Games. They really made that story come to life. And I feel like this book, more than ever, needs to have that story come to life as well.
Oh, okay.
Cool. It's a lot. I like this book 10 times better than the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That
the
you
fifth
read.
book.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. No, the fourth book.
Oh, I haven't read any Hunger Games book. That's all you.
No, but the movie though. You watched the movie.
Yeah.
Although one thing that I am very happy about, just really quickly, is Ralph Fiennes, the person who played Voldemort. Again, amazing villain.
Ooh.
He is playing the main antagonist for the new movie.
Oh, he's gonna Vada Kedavra everybody.
Which is basically President Snow of the Capitol.
That's insane. Well, he's a great actor. He's been in so many movies. He's been in so many movies.
Like he's like the perfect villain.
Yeah, he is. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, this is going to get us into our next topic here. I'm just going to say this because there's a trailer that I saw for some stupid movie that I really am not excited to see, but I'm going to have to go see it. Sony, I'm going to just say this. Sony is doing everything but making the Into the Spider-Verse movie. They're trying to make any animated movie except for the next Miles Morales movie. They're making a new movie, something stupid, which we're going to get into some animation news right now, called GOAT. It's called GOAT, right? Because the main character's a goat.
Like GOAT.
Yeah, GOAT.
What is this, Goat Simulator?
No, it's literally Zootopia, but Sony's version. But the main character wants to become a basketball star.
That's the first red flag of how we're copying Disney.
It's not even copying Disney. It's the fact that, he instead of humans, it's animals, right? But the main thing is that this kid is trying to become a basketball player. But they don't even call it. No, I swear to God. Have you seen it?
No, but
it's like this. The main character is a goat, like an actual like Billy goat. You know what I mean?
Oh no!
And he's trying. No. What Goat Simulator?
Goat Simulator.
But bro, but it's so creepy looking, and I don't know. I think it was just a pretty like useless movie. And it's like produced by Stephen Curry.
Oh,
whatnot.
Nah. Like as an executive producer?
Yeah, he's like an executive he's doing all the
basketball player?
Yes, he's doing all the I even think he voices somebody in the
Oh! I'm looking at pictures of it.
I'm not too excited. Yeah, these people are doing it's literally the creators.
What the hell?
It's literally the creators of Into the Spider-Verse, but they're doing everything in the world to try and not make a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I know why it's produced by Stephen Curry. Look at the hair. It's the exact same as Stephen Curry's hair.
Literally Curry's hair. But I don't know. I'm not too excited for that movie. But there's also another movie that you're going to have to talk about here that I'm also not excited for animation-wise.
Yeah, Hoppers.
Ironically.
Nah. It's Pixar's new installment. It's weirdly along the same lines as Avatar.
Yes. It is. Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Okay,
I've never even heard of this movie.
Okay, so yes, Pixar's coming out with a new movie next
year. You did tell me about this.
We saw it during The Wicked, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember it now.
Yeah, it's the girl. Okay, so long story short, Pixar's coming out with a movie next year about these scientists who want to study the environment of like a forest, but in order to do that, they want to.
Yeah, I saw that trailer. Yeah.
Literally like Avatar, they're gonna put someone's mind into an animal.
Oh yes, it was like a wild robot Avatar.
It's the lizard.
Oh, I'm watching that movie now.
Why?
It was the one where it was the one where they like the one was about to get eaten by a beaver or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like, I lost.
Yeah.
Why are you? I lost. I thought that
he's
was
there going.
funny.
That's just how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cute, but
yeah. It was like the wild robot Avatar.
Yeah, I'm not excited because Elio sucked. Right. This has that same weird animation style as Elio.
Yeah, it's the same.
And I don't know. It's just they're not marketing this movie at all. Right. The only thing that came out of this movie is a freaking lizard thing because of the end of Elio. I don't know, bro. I'm not even too excited for this movie Hoppers. I don't know about you.
Although the lizard thing was a really good marketing campaign. Because even now to this day, I still got lizard. It
is pretty funny. But whatever. I like the new ideas, but You got to make it intriguing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I can see it,
They have
but
to market it because, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had no idea that lizard came from Hopper.
it came from Hoppers, yeah.
I just knew it as a meme. I never even knew it was from that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks funny. Don't get me wrong. There's some scenes in the trailer where I was like, okay, that's pretty amusing. But I don't know. I'm not really too caring of it. But I think this next hot take that you're going to say is going to probably be funnier than the movie.
Whew. All right. James Cameron isn't a filmmaker anymore. He's a deep sea engineer who occasionally pauses his ocean science projects to release a movie that costs the GDP of a small nation and somehow still makes everyone else in Hollywood look lazy. That's so real.
No, but think about it. Literally, he does everything else but directing. But when he needs to come make a movie, he just goes, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna."
He just walks in.
We're gonna make a movie that's just like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna make like a $3 billion gross income movie," you know?
And then go back to his like TV show about deep sea exploration.
How he hops in a submarine to go look at the Titanic.
What's his company called?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, he literally has like a whole company for like just deep sea research.
He's a millionaire. He could probably afford it. But this gets into our next thing here, what we're going to get into. But yeah, it is funny because literally James Cameron does anything and everything. He's literally, is it him or Spielberg that's the king of blockbuster? I think Spielberg is king of blockbuster.
I would
But definitely following him because he had Titanic, Terminator, Avatar, Alien. You know, he had all crazy, crazy movies. But if you want to, James Cameron did say something on an article or an interview. I don't remember where he said it, but I saw it on an article. And he says that if Netflix, which we can say we agree or not, but he says if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, that's not good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sorry, off topic. I found it. Ocean X.
Ocean X.
That's his company.
I think I've heard of that company too.
He has like a lot of TV shows.
He's
Like
got
National Geographic or Animal
Really?
Planet. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
he's
he
a-
just goes out and like he has these crazy cameras that he makes for oceans, and it's wild.
Yeah, you guys are never gonna find the camera that they filmed on Avatar because he literally invented the camera.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, sorry for going off topic.
nah. But do you agree or disagree that James Cameron said that if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, it's not good at all?
I mean, I believe it, and now I kind of just second my belief with James Cameron saying that now.
Yeah, literally. if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, we're all cooked.
We're cooked.
They're gonna start funding projects for an iPad movie for $220 million, and it's gonna air exclusively on Netflix.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Well, don't get me wrong. There are some Netflix movies that are good, like Frankenstein.
Like Me Time.
Very okay. Well,
Like Man from Toronto. My movie.
that movie is
My
some
movie.
dog water. I don't even want to hear some dookie bookie movie, Man from Toronto. But no, Frankenstein was amazing movie.
I still need to know
You still need to
after.
watch that.
I know. I have like a whole list of movies right now. Right now, I'm in the process of watching Angels and Demons as well.
Oh, what you got it back there?
Yeah, I actually have it back here. I meant to say it earlier, but I never got to it. Yeah, I'm actually. I read the book. I read that in the Da Vinci Code, but I'm watching it. It's really good actually.
Did you guys know that you could have a Blu-ray app on Xbox? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that. He texted me the other day. He goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm watching Angel and Demons on Blu-ray."
Yeah, no, I got like the Tom Hanks exclusive Angels and Demons, where it's like the whole when you first buy it, you got like the secret cryptic thing inside of it, and then I'm like,
There is no DVD in that DVD.
well, yeah, right now it's on my Xbox, but because I'm like, I don't want to spend $4 watching a movie that I'll only have for a day, and then I'm just going through like all my DVDs because we're just like have like a ton. I don't know why we just do, and then I'm like, my Xbox has a little CD player.
Mm-hmm.
Little do you know, you can get the Blu-ray app on your Xbox, and then you can watch any movie you want.
What does the Blu-ray app tell the Xbox to like read the CD as a movie, or is it enhance the quality or something? Like I don't
know. Yeah, it literally just like it. I guess it's just like a video player.
Interesting.
And like literally like there's no menu on the app whatsoever. It's like you click the app after you put the CD in, and the movie just starts. It's like there's no. Sorry, there's like the old fashioned like the scene heading, the play options. No,
Really?
Like when you,
Oh, yeah,
you have
like-
to go and it's like
Coming
scene.
soon to own on DVD.
Yeah, and then I had like really old movie ads.
We are
as well.
old guys. We are old enough to know some of the. Was it the Disney thing that's like da 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 da, or no the this is
DVD.
Disney. Ba 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 da da
Yeah.
da.
Disney
da,
Blu-ray on DVD.
We have our heading. Here we go from the
Yep,
magic within our hearts. But yes, I agree. If Netflix buys Warner Brothers,
Wow, we keep going off topic.
if
Wow.
Netflix buys Warner Brothers, we're all cooked. But
all
now let's get into the end of the episode here. Kind of a quick episode today into some stupid news.
My favorite segment.
You want to get into the first topic
Oh,
here?
I love to get into this first topic. Right now, stupid news. Sonic stopped R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yes, guys, Paramount was going to make and had in the talks for pre-production of an R-rated Ninja Turtles movie, live action, by the way.
That may actually be kind of fire.
It didn't happen though. You know why? Because Jim Carrey and Sonic came in and they're like, nope, Ninja Turtles not going to make enough money. We need a Sonic movie. Okay, have you seen the new Sonic movie?
No, I refuse.
Why? It's hilarious,
What,
bro.
that 1 5-second clip of Jim Carrey?
No, bro,
No.
he's in most of the movie. But yes, it's kind of a stupid thing that Sonic is coming out and not a Ninja Turtle.
Okay, know what? Hot take.
What?
Would you go and support this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle rated R movie?
That depends. I don't know. Have you seen the original live action Ninja Turtles? I mean, there was one back in like 2014 that looked good, but the movie kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the old ones where they like, you know,
Ben, what do you? Oh, Ben's gone. Oh no, there's Ben. Ben, would you watch that? A rated R Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, live action.
That'd probably be pretty sick.
I don't think it'd be sick
I think
too.
that'd be pretty cool.
But it's like you think they would use like the original costumes where they're like walking around like.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, those are the classics, but
They still exist.
No, they were dedefinitely probably
Use like motion capture.
CGI or something. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty stupid news topic. But getting on to the next one, I thought this was a stupid news topic.
Oh.
Because it literally was announced by Matt Reeves himself that Penguin season 2 will not be happening because they're gonna do a show, then a movie for the Batman, and then a show on somebody else. But now everyone's coming out saying that HBO Max is sitting there going, "Oh yeah, we're in the works of making a Penguin season 2." We're in the works of what? You haven't even filmed Batman yet. You guys can barely start filming Batman. Like, you guys are over here like eating crap, not filming Batman. You guys are over here talking about a season 2 of
Maybe
Penguin.
that kind of comes with what we were talking about earlier about how it takes a lot longer to film a show of what we think because of how long a show is, like film-wise, like multiple hours, while Batman can only just be 2 hours.
True. I mean, I don't think I like the way the Penguin ended. I like the way it ended.
Yeah.
I think if they make more, it's going to have to be like, they're going to have to figure out. That means if they're saying that stuff, then that means the Penguin's somehow going to have influence in this movie and then obviously in the show. So that means Penguin's going to make it. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of stupid. Like, they already announced they're not going to make another one. Why is HBO Max going around going, oh, we're going to make a second season? Like, we haven't even filmed Batman yet.
Did HBO Max say that, or did like someone?
Supposedly, HBO Max said that. Supposedly. That's why I put in the stupid news topic, because there's no way that's true.
Yeah.
They haven't even filmed the Batman yet. Batman's not filming till April.
I'll need to see an official tweet.
They're still in pre-production.
Yeah.
They're still in pre-production, but let's get into our last segment here. Is a fun segment.
We're going to watch the Anaconda trailer.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Do you know who's in it?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
My boy, Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack
so
Black.
sidetrack, Ben probably knows because he's probably seen the movie before us, but Anaconda was a movie that came out back in the 90s, supposedly a comedy. My dad has seen it, and he says that it is pretty funny. I think isn't it with Ice Cube or something like that? But
yeah, I think so. I believe so. I've never seen it actually.
yeah, it's like with Ice Cube or something. But
Yo, I still need to watch that World of Worlds movie.
oh my God,
With Ice Cube going, no! No!
don't even waste it. Oh, damn. Yeah, you hacking in the mainframe. I can't get out of my building. They locked it down. Oh, hey, son, don't get attacked. Oh, his FaceTime went off. You know how they solved the issue? The Amazon Prime guy flew an Amazon drone and delivered a package to the thing and killed aliens or something like that, if I remember correctly. It was something super
Did he
stupid.
say like that they fed him data? And like,
Yeah, the aliens wanted our data instead of actually wanting any resources. They feed on data.
That's funny.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Bro.
This gets greenlit, by the way, and we can't even get our films greenlit. But anyways, let's see this trailer. Look at him. Oh my God, he's so large.
I love Jack Black. Oh, it's Ant-Man.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
3, 2. You don't say the last. It's okay. Anaconda. I don't want to wait, man.
They already have the anaconda in
What
the
are you talking
background.
about? Let's do it. Let's reboot Anaconda.
Look at him.
Yes.
Straight stud.
What?
Yo, the Anaconda
The
theme.
adventure of a lifetime. We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
What does it cost to get this thing made?
$2.5 million.
We've
Jesus.
approved a loan for up to $9,400.
Yes.
Gonna get you lunch.
Get you lunch.
Shoot it indie style. Run and gun.
We need a riverboat, a script, a snake handler, and a real snake.
Claire, you and I will star in it.
I love you, Derek.
Kenny, you shoot it. Here we go. Doug, you direct.
His name is Doug.
Your face right up next to the snake.
Maybe it'll be okay.
Cutting. This is Anaconda. And we no longer have a snake for our snake movie. We have to go out in the jungle.
Oh God, bro. He's in the jungle again. He's in the jungle in every
find
movie.
Another one.
You know, why is he always in the forest? He needs to go home.
What is that?
Jurassic Park.
My.
We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted.
Hey.
What is this music?
Holy
Damn!
keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
He's dead.
Oh no! What are we gonna do?
What if we use Doug as bait to get back to the boat?
That's a really
Pretty big
smart
bait.
idea.
Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
Oh my God, the snake.
Oh nah.
He's alive. I think he checked his balls.
What's in his mouth?
He's right behind you.
Oh God. Run.
I love how he runs, bro.
Bro, we're gonna have to go see this movie.
Oh my
There
God.
is no way we're gonna have to go see this stupid
Wait, when's this coming out?
this Christmas. So it's probably gonna be one of those.
This Chris.
It's probably gonna be one of those Christmas Eve
Fire.
releases. It's probably gonna be one of those Christmas Eve releases. You know how they release on Christmas Eve? You get to watch it on Christmas Day or something.
Oh
That was
my, that
funny.
looks so much fun.
Yeah, that looks hilarious. Ben, what do you think?
I love Jack Black.
Me too.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd, I feel like that's gonna be funny.
A dynamic duo.
I think there'll be some good jump scares, but I think it'll be a good fun.
I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You can't take Jack Black seriously in a movie. That's the second movie where he plays like a filmmaker because he played a filmmaker in the Kong Skull Island movie. Back in
Yes,
2005
yes.
with Peter Jackson. He played a filmmaker there.
You
So
made a good point. He's always in the forest, or he's
yeah,
always in the jungle.
he was in Skull Island. I mean, Minecraft is technically a forest, right? I don't know. What else do you have? Jumanji, 3 of them, now 4 of them. You know, hilarious. I can't wait for that. But that is toward the end of our show here. I'm going to get into our first hot take for today.
First hot take.
First hot take, and I think this is a pretty funny one.
No,
'cause-
sir, we've done a few hot takes for today.
Yes, we did a couple hot takes for today. Sorry. Hot take for today.
Our last hot take for
Our
today.
last hot take for today. By 2027, every movie will star either Timothy Chalamet, Pedro Pascal, or a CGI character voiced by Chris Pratt. And nobody will question it because by then we all are too exhausted from choosing between 37 but choosing between 37 streaming services, each raise prices to improve the viewing experience. That's so true. You can't even lie. Literally, Pedro Pascal and Timothy Chalamet are literally in everything. And yes, streaming platforms are everywhere and getting expensive.
I can vouch for Chris Pratt voicing. You know how like the Polar Express is all Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a movie with Chris Pratt.
Well, Mario is Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but now
literally.
it's gonna be a whole movie just Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Literally,
Pratt.
bro. That can't be more. I don't even know it's a hot take. That's just real.
Yeah, that's just real. And then to improve your viewing experience, oh no, you're just not gonna have 20 ads in front of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's funny. Well, now we're gonna get to the end of the episode by a fun fact. Silence in movies is really silent. It's built. Of how true silence feels dead and uncomfortable. So sound designers those silent moments with room tone layers, which is low rumbles, HVAC hums, distant traffic, or barely audible drones. Sometimes they add sounds at a volume you can't consciously hear to manipulate tension.
That is very true, people. It's called room tone, and you get room tone at the end of every set or every scene that you kind of try to get, and sound has the authority to stop everybody and go 30 seconds for room tone, and he puts the boom mic elsewhere, and he can get a whole room tone track and everything, and that is what you hear usually in the movies when they're in a room.
Here, let's be quiet. The nice.
Well, I don't think these mics can take it. There's not like a.
Well, I hear something. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I hear a nice little AC. If you want to hear a really good example of having no room tone whatsoever, watch Interstellar when they get to space for the very first time.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, guys, room tone is something that's recorded by the sound recordist, and that is a little fun fact today for you guys, a little technical thing, just from two filmmakers over here. Yes, we've gotten room tone plenty of times. Sometimes room tone can be missed, and the editor's not going to like you if room tone is missed.
Yeah, we missed room tone on our film.
Yep. Oh well, whatever. That's not anyone's fault. We were kind of pressed for time. But anyways, that is the end of episode 11. Where can they find us?
In a Nutshell Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Spotify Podcasts.
Yes, and as you guys can see, it is the Christmas. We have our Christmas thing for this month. We got some Christmas stuff going around. We're going to decorate it a little bit more, but you can find Ryan at
Ryan Filmworks, Instagram and TikTok. And yourself?
And you can find me at The Filmmaker Daniel on TikTok and Instagram. And shout out to Ben Podcastro at Podcast Junkie Studios in Boca Raton.
Woo woo!
And woo woo, that's all we got for you guys today. Take care. Catch you on the next one.
Stay frosty.